welcome to my channel or welcome back. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. If you're returning, you already know it. You are fabulous. All right, so today's video, I've got some great DIYs coming your way. We're going to do some different things for your living room, like some just super cute Christmas DIYs, farmhouse all the way. You know, I love some farmhouse. But before we get started, I wanted to share something with y'all. So I have been working on my craft room. And as y'all know, it looked like a bomb went off. It was a total disaster a couple months ago. It was too hot out there. There was no way I could actually film or even keep hot glue sticks, for heaven's sakes, out there because it was miserable. Well, now that it's cooled off, I'm able to get back out there. I've actually gotten everything set up the way that I want it. I've got a little work that still needs to be done, like you know, different stuff that my boyfriend will actually have to do to the craft room. But other than that, my part is done and I am in love with it. I'm so excited over it. So I wanted to share that with y'all real quick. All right, let's get out there to that craft room. Alrighty, here it is. I'm so proud of it. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this. Absolutely just tickled to death to have this little room. I feel very blessed that the Lord has put us in a place that's got a room extra like this for me to use. It's just such a fantastic little journey that this YouTube thing has taken me on. And the Lord has just helped me every step of the way. Honestly, I have to definitely give him the glory for just all of this. This is just such an amazing thing. So as you can see, I kind of got everything organized and in its place. Everything kind of has a place. And let me stop here for a second. Yes, it's actually 39 days until Christmas. This was wrote yesterday. But just in case you didn't know, 39 days. I am so behind because I have not bought the first Christmas present. Anyways, I want to show y'all this real quick. So this chalkboard here came from Arteza. And I'm in an affiliate program with Arteza right now, where if you purchase something from their link, I actually make like a small commission. And that is, I'm so thankful for that. Thank you so much for helping me out there, because that really helps this channel. But there's a couple of products that I've actually received from them, and they are fantastic products. Let me just tell you, they really do work great. Anyway, so moving on, let's just keep on going here. Now that doesn't look very organized, but I rest assured it is. It actually does have a place, I promise. Now on my desk here, which I'm super proud of, let me show you this first. So my boyfriend bought me this light. I won't actually shine your eyes in the light, but he purchased me this light, and it is a daylight. It has daylight bulbs in it. So really lights up my filming area there, and just, it's just perfect. It's absolutely perfect for this room. Now on my desk, I have, stuff from burlapfabric.com. Can you believe that? Y'all, receiving something from burlapfabric.com really makes me feel like, wow, all this hard work that I'm putting in it's paying off. I mean, like, these people see this stuff and then they're sending me, I mean, I just cannot believe it. It is burlapfabric.com, y'all. That's awesome. I see so many huge YouTubers using this, and definitely never thought that they would be contacting me. But as you see, they did, and I've got some great stuff to work with. I've got some super awesome DIYs planned to use with that fabric, and I just cannot wait to share that with y'all. All right, one last thing before we go out of here, because I don't want to take too much of your time before we start the DIYs, but this is my room, and I'm super proud of it. But over here in the floor, let me not go too fast because I don't want to make y'all sick. We have a box. And in this box, this huge box that was dropped off by UPS, is my FlexiSpot desk. Y'all, FlexiSpot sent me this desk. It is an electric desk. It goes up and down to adjust to whatever height that you want it. So that is just fantastic. How neat is that? All right, so I'm going to be putting that together on my channel and letting y'all see, you know, the way how it's put together and just how awesome it is. All right. Let's get into these DIYs. Okay, DIY number 1. So I've got these letters. They're 12-inch cutout wood letters. They're super thin, but they're from Amazon. I think I gave like $12.99 for them. I've also got a wreath form from the Dollar Tree. And then I've got these eyeballs from the Halloween Dollar Tree stuff. And I'll leave a link in the description box for those letters to Amazon. All right, now I took that wreath form, which I had taken the inner two rings out and used those in a previous DIY. So all I did was just cut that middle one out so that I would have that outer ring, snipped it in half. Now I'm going to take these balls, and they had a little hole in them, but it just wasn't big enough to go through that wreath form. So, or be able to thread it on the wreath form. So I took my X-Acto knife, and I very carefully, now this is probably not the safest way to do this, but it does work. And if you are super, super careful, I just took my X-Acto knife and I just made little holes in all of these balls. And it makes the perfect little hole, just the very tip of your X-Acto knife. So that's all I did. Just went through all 3 bags. I believe I used right at 3 bags on this. And that's for the largest ring on your Dollar Tree wreath form. Now, the first one that I put on, which is going to be your last one on that side, I added extra hot glue too. So I was trying to glue it to the wire itself. For the most part, we're going to be gluing the balls to each other. But that first one that I put on, I wanted it glued to the wire so that it wouldn't slip off the end, obviously. So that's why I added some extra hot glue on the inside of that one. And then I just began to add a little hot glue right up next to it where they would touch. And then I just started gluing those balls to each other. This turns out so stinking cute. I love this, and I love that it can be up all year round. I can change out the, because obviously we're making the O for the word home. So I can change it out, though. I can change out the wreaths. I can change out the florals that we put on this one. I mean, there's just so many different ways to do this, but I've been wanting the big letters for a while, so definitely love this. And I will be doing one for my kitchen, too. I want the eat letters also. Now, when I got to the end, I just added a ton of hot glue inside that one and then shoved the other one in it. You could see there what I had done. You just literally put them together. Now, I am taking some homemade chalk paint that is actually Holly from Hot Humble Pie's recipe, and I'll have a link in the description box for that. But it's mixed with cashew by Waverly, and it makes it like an ivory color. So I'm actually going to take Antique Wax by Waverly, and I get a little on the end of my chip brush, and I'm just going to wipe that out pretty good. I want to take off as much as possible, and then just lightly go over these, okay? I started out light because I wasn't totally sure how this was going to look, and I had an idea in my head. I mean, like, I had seen a wreath similar to this on Pinterest, different florals. It was like a spring one, but it was the big balls like this, the big wooden balls, but it was real. It was actually the wooden balls. So anyways, too cute. Oh my goodness. It was darling. So I really wanted to recreate this for this particular setting with the big chunky letters. So what I did was just take that antique wax, and as I went around, I got thicker and thicker with it. Just kept going in, and I just kind of played with it until it looked like what I was wanting. You know, I was wanting it to look like wood, and so I just kept playing with it until I got it to the desired look and texture that I wanted, because the chip brush really leaves some great lines on there. The streaks that it makes really does look like wood. So definitely want to use a chip brush while you're doing this too. And I actually found mine at, that one I've had forever and don't know where it came from. But I actually found some after I figured out that they were called a chip brush. Yes, I was late in the game there. Sorry. Anyways, I found it at my local hardware store. So yeah, super cheap too. Very inexpensive. Chip brushes are like 99 cents, I think. 79 cents maybe. I don't know. Anyways, so as you can see here, I'm zooming in a little bit so that you can kind of see and get an idea of it. But it really does look like wood grain. It's got the perfect streaks. This is just probably the best way you could possibly make something look like wood with the antique wax and that cream color. I love it. I absolutely love this method. Okay, so it turns out way better than I even thought it was going to, because look at that. So when it dried, it was a lot lighter than it was, you know, as it was on there. And it was like it kind of mixed a little bit with the cream, and I just love it. I love the way it looks. It looks just like wood. Okay, so took this boxwood, that I got from Walmart, cut it up, and then I'm just going to apply it straight to the balls. Now, the little spatula deal I'm using, I got from a lady named Miss Christie. She sent me a big old box of supplies, like huge box. But she also sent me from Amazon, an Amazon gift box. And it was this hot gluing mat with those little spatulas in it. So I thought that was pretty neat. And look, my favorite color is yellow. So how she knew to send me a yellow one, I don't know. But thank you so much, Miss Christie. I appreciate it very, very much. All right, so I just added those boxwoods. Now, I'm going in with these gorgeous berries. Can we ever talk one more time about how pretty the florals are at the Dollar Tree this year? Oh my goodness, y'all. They're gorgeous. And have y'all seen the berries like this that are like a rose gold? Oh my gosh. If I was doing like a glam Christmas or something, I would be eating them suckers up. Do you hear me? Because I think those are just stunning. I really do. All right, so I'm just taking these berries and I just added some hot glue, and then once I got my two big pieces on, then I take my little clippers and just start making pieces that will fit in there. You know, kind of, it's almost like a puzzle. You got to figure out what's going to go where, but just kind of play with it until you get, you know, the piece that you need. But I wanted some on the inside of this, not just kind of covering the boxwood, but, you know, really fill this out. Now, the reason that I went with that, I wanted something simple. And I love that this is simple. I absolutely love the way this turns out and looks. I'm using some black chalkboard paint that I mixed with water, a little too much water, obviously. And that's all I did. Okay, so I want to stop here for just a minute and give a huge shout out to Skillshare. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. That's right, y'all. Oh my goodness, how exciting is that? Okay, so I am so excited to be a part of this. Skillshare offers thousands of classes, y'all, for everything you can think of, okay? And you can actually take these classes at your own pace. So you do this from the comfort of your home at your own pace. They offer classes on anything you can think of. I'm actually interested in the hand lettering. That's what I would like to do. They offer classes on photography. They offer classes on video editing, production, all of that. I would like to take the video editing also. And then something else I want to do is the interior design. I would love, love, love to take those classes. So I've got a couple months free myself, and for my first 100 subscribers, they're actually going to give you 2 months free to check them out, see what you think. After that, it's only like $10 a month for you to continue to take these classes. So it is a win-win all the way around. You will learn something new and be a part of a community. I mean, this is just perfect, especially for right now, this day and time. The world is just yucky that we're in. So go take a class, enjoy yourself, encourage yourself, be around others that are going to encourage you. But definitely check this out, y'all. All right. All right, DIY number 2. Okay, so I got this sled at a merchant's outlet mall, a little ways from where I live, and I think I gave $3.50 for this. It says $7, but I'm pretty sure it was like 50% off, or I don't know, something. I don't think I gave that much for this, but anyways, I wanted to go total farmhouse with this. I already knew exactly what I wanted to do with it as soon as I saw it, actually. So took some needle nose pliers, just loosened up the screws on the bottom, and they're tiny little screws. I just screwed those off, pulled them right out, pulled that bottom part off. Now, I have got Elephant Gray by Apple Barrel. I have got Metallic Silver by Folk Art. And then I've got Burnt Umber by Apple Barrel. I'm going to be using the Elephant Gray first. And I'm using a makeup sponge. I like to do my galvanizing with the makeup sponges. They do work the best. I mean, that is the easier, way to do it. Or it is for me anyways. So I just took that gray paint. And I'm just going to give this a light coat, heavy coat, whatever. Actually, I guess it's probably more of a heavy coat. I don't know why I even said a light coat. It's a pretty heavy coat of it. But kind of priming it and dulling it down at the same time. So I just did this entire sled this way, top to bottom. Then I'm going to go back over the top of it with my metallic. So more or less you want to like dull it down and then bring it back up. You know what I mean? Because it was gold. So you're going to dull it down with the gray and then bring it back up with the metallic. But it's going to be less, it's not as shiny as it would be if it were new, so it actually works out perfect. Anyway, so then I take some burnt umber and I'm just going to go right around the edge of this, like right where this would naturally rust, anywhere that the two pieces meet or along the edges there. And it really, really looks like rust. This is one of the best ways to galvanize. Okay, so and I might not even do it correctly, honestly, but the way that I've learned to do it, and I learned how to do the galvanizing from, matter of fact, Holly over on Hot Humble Pie, just to mention her twice today, but I did. That's actually where I learned to do the galvanizing like that, and she's got a really great tutorial on it. If I can find that video, I will link that one also. All right, so I took that same paint that we used earlier, the ivory colored, and I just went over that entire sled, top to bottom. Went in with a second coat. I used my heat tool there to dry in between those two coats, and I'll actually leave a link in the description box for that heat gun because that thing is a lifesaver. I cannot say enough good things about that, dude. It does all sorts of different stuff. All right, so I'm taking some sandpaper and I'm just going to go lightly over any of the places that had texture to them, the ones where it was kind of raised up and the design was there. So I'm just going right over the top of that. I just want it to barely be peeking through. All right, now I'm taking these two bags that I got from the Dollar General store. Too cute. And then I have found these picks at the Dollar General store, y'all. Look how stinking cute they are with the little buffalo check. Oh my gracious. Are they not darling? Yes, yes, yes. I'm loving those. For $1 a piece, yes, please. Okay, so I have got some janky looking pieces of floral foam. Don't judge me. I don't use it very often, so I don't buy it very often. So that's all I have, and we are going to make do with what we have. I actually have some little discs of, there they are, of foam that I forgot about having. So I did put those in first just to give this a flat bottom, kind of make my bag where I want it to stand up on its own. So I just stuffed those right on down in the bottom of there. Added some of that floral foam, gave myself a base so that I could put these picks in. And then I just added these picks just like they were, right straight down to it. I had one piece of the boxwood. I had some pieces of eucalyptus left over from another project that I decided to kind of add in there, add some greenery to it. But this turned out great. So simple. So simple. I just kept playing with it until I got it like I wanted it. Super simple though, y'all. Now, I realized that my bags were not going to stand up as well as I wanted them to, so I took some of those discs and put in the bottom of the sled, finished adding in all my picks, and that is all I did to this, and I love it. DIY number 3. Okay, so I've got these signs that I got from the Dollar Tree during fall time, and then I've got these paint sticks, and I get those on Amazon, and I will leave a link in the description box for those. I've got this bag. Look at this bag. Oh my gosh. I love it. It is so sharp. Oh my goodness, check it out. Yeah. Love, love, love it. I did give $3.50 for it at Big Lots. Now that's way more than I would ever give for a gift bag, but I fell in love with it when I saw it. Oh my goodness, yes. So I'm definitely making this one for myself. I want this to go on my wall. I love it. All right, so I'm taking some craft sticks and I'm just going to glue these together. I'm gluing 2 of them together and then we're going to glue that together so that we've got one big picture. I wanted I've done the foam board a couple times, to make signs, and it like bends, and not that foam board's not great. Now, I know some, crafters that can use foam board and do awesome, awesome stuff with it. I just don't really ever have any luck, seems like, with it. But anyways, so I took these signs that I got from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to give this a backing to that bag. That's what we're actually making. But I ended up putting the craft sticks, on there vertically and horizontally, like to down the seam, and then trying to kind of give it a spine also. I added quite a few actually, but I obviously wanted this to stay together real good. And this was simple. This was super simple, y'all. All right, so I just obviously took out all the stuff. Then I'm going to take my scissors and go right down the seam, that like the bend in this bag, on each side. Then you're just going to go right across the middle, down the bottom. Cut that off. You're actually going to cut off more than what I'm showing you here, but I wanted to show you all the sides of this because I almost left it. Like, the sides are they're neat looking just because they, the trees that are on them, you'll see them here in just a second. And I really thought about leaving that somehow, but that fold right there on the edge, there was no way to get that out. Even with the best glue, I just feel like you're not going to get that, seam out of there. So anyways, you might be able to, I don't know, you can maybe iron it down. I don't know. You could maybe iron it down. Maybe you could. Okay, so maybe I should have left the trees, but I didn't think about that till just now. So anyways, if I ever try this again, maybe I will try maybe putting a towel over the top of it and going over it with your iron. We'll try that out next time and see how that goes. So anyways, I did leave a little bit on the edges because we're going to take these paint sticks and go all the way around this and make a bigger sign is what we're making. So I got these miter shears on Amazon. Now, they were like the cheapest ones I could find because I wasn't really sure about them and I just wanted to kind of check them out first, before I really went spend any money. Well, as you see there, they do cut right through it. I mean, it popped right through, but I had to really give it some oomph to get that dude to work, okay? So I don't know if maybe it was because I got the cheapest pair, I'm not sure. But anyways, if you have a very good set of miter shears, let us know in the comments. Leave the link for it if you can, or whatever. Just tell us where to find them. All right, now I'm taking those paint sticks and I'm just going to go all the way around this bag. And I just used the bag as a guide as far as how to, I didn't measure these paint sticks or anything. I just laid them on that bag and just kind of drew it out, Now, I'm taking my X-Acto knife and I just scored this thing a couple times and it popped right out. This worked out so perfect. Now I'm going to take some black stain that I actually mixed up myself. It's black chalkboard paint and water. And it works really good. Look at how it shows that the wood grain there. Oh, love it. I did get it on the bag a couple times, but it come right off. It was no big deal. I just dripped it. I'm a messy crafter. I am. So something always happens. You know what I mean? I think that's everybody though, right? I don't know. All right. Anyways, so I just, obviously went all the way around this with my stain and just this is all I did to it. And I love this picture. You could add maybe some greenery to it, or, like across the top, maybe a swag or something. But I loved it just plain, just like it was. I love it, y'all. Okay, real quick, I wanted y'all to go check out Jody's $5 jewelry on Facebook. So she sent me a ton of jewelry, y'all, and it is cute, cute stuff. $5 a piece. It's paparazzi jewelry is what it is, and it is, I mean, it's like costume jewelry, but it is so stinking cute. So y'all go check that out for me. All right, let's get back into these DIYs. Alrighty, DIY number 4. So for this one, I've got the lid to a gift box. And I actually end up not using this particular lid, but I do use a gift box lid. I ended up changing my mind. But I've got these 2 pictures. They were from fall, and I got those at the Dollar General store. $1 a piece. Now, if y'all have never seen this little trick before, this is where you take your heat gun or blow dryer. Hair dryer actually will do this also, because I have used a hair dryer before and done this on the channel. Now, you just hold it over a sticker, or a tag for just a couple seconds, and it'll peel right up and right off, just like that. Pretty cool trick, hey? All right, I'll leave a link in the description box for that heat gun. I always do. Now, I'm going to take these 2 signs. I flipped them over, added my hot glue right down the little spine of them. Now I'm going to take some craft sticks and just go right down that little spine. We're just creating, a good hold there. That way that it's going to hold together really well. This will be right in the middle of our actual picture. So really want these to hold together real well. I just go all the way down it. And I added quite a few, but I mean, I really, like I said, wanted it to hold together. Now, I'm taking some chalkboard paint. And does anybody know what I've done wrong yet? Has anybody noticed what I did wrong? Yeah, that's right. I put the craft sticks and the paint on the wrong side. Anyways, so I should have actually put those craft sticks on this side and painted the other side. But anyways, whatever. It's just crafting. No big deal. I just flipped it over, painted the other side. I did get the glitter off of it before I painted it, but I just flipped it over, painted the side, the other side, making it the right side this time. Going to take some Loctite spray adhesive, sprayed my bag down. I also added some hot glue. I wanted just that extra security that this was going to hold, and I knew that it wouldn't hurt that box at all. Look at the box that I decided to use instead. Oh my goodness. Is that not sharp? And especially up against that black background. I'm in love with this picture. I took some twine, added it to the back. I'm going to take a couple of pieces of those paint sticks from earlier. Just add a little hot glue, pop those dudes down, and this is done, and it is gorgeous. Okay, DIY number 5. And this one is such a simple one, y'all. So simple and really a cute DIY. All right, so I just took these placemats that I got for $2 a piece at the Dollar General store. They are darling. Check them out, darling. I've got a pillow that I got from Walmart, really cheap, $1.97, I think, maybe. Now, I just took some hot glue, just regular old hot glue, went right along the edge there, glued my two edges together. I'm going to do the same thing to the top and the bottom of this. Just a really fine, and if you'll notice there, I've got my mini hot glue gun out for this, and that's just because I can get a more precise, knowing where the glue is going to actually come out at and be. So that works a lot better. Now, I just filled it about halfway, or I went actually halfway with the hot glue down that last seam that we were making. Stopped there, and then I'm going to fill it up with the pillow stuffing, and that's all I did to this. And they are so stinking cute. Finished her off. So stinking cute. These really make a good, like, conversation starter, I feel like. This is how you can start talking about your home decor with your friends and family at Christmas. DIY number 6 and our final one for today, and one that I have actually seen done quite a few times, but I just love it, and I've been wanting to make one for myself. So I'm showing y'all there that I broke 3 of them. I have broken 3 of them, yes. Somehow on the way home, from the Dollar Tree, I guess, something got put on top of them or something, but 3 of them actually broke in the bag. So that one there was glued together with the wood glue. Now, I have got Waverly chalk paint in the color crimson and also chalkboard paint. I have got one of those box signs from the Dollar Tree and then some material. Now, that material is from my big box of goodies that I got. I just took that little box sign from the Dollar Tree and painted it with that black chalkboard paint. Y'all, this one is a super simple DIY. Super quick and simple, but cute as it can be. I took the Mary cutout, the wood cutout there, and just painted it with my crimson chalk paint. Now, I started out with a brush that was way too big, and you can tell that. I mean, obviously. So I do end up grabbing a smaller brush to get in there real good. I wanted it solid red, And this thing, I go back into Distress, and it works out great. Okay, so I took some Mod Podge and my material, and I am just going to go right over the top of that deer. Reindeer, deer, whatever you want to call it. It's got gorgeous antlers on it. I know that. Added my material. Got a little more Mod Podge. Went right back over the top. I put it on there pretty thick. Let that dry. Okay? Just as well as you can. Let that dry, because this thing cut off so easily with that X-Acto knife. I was able to just cut right through it, but I had a couple hard spots that I couldn't get, and it was because it was not completely dry in those sections. So definitely let it dry all the way, and it like hardens, and it just makes it so much easier to cut. But I just went right around very carefully around the edge of this deer. Cut it right off. Went around the inside there, and then I went around to the front and just kind of made myself kind of shaped it out the same as the other side. And that's the way I kind of went with it as far as how to get the front part off. And there you go. Now that's ready. Okay, so I'm taking some E6000. I'm just going to go right along the bottom. Then I went back with some hot glue. Now, don't mix them together, but, put them kind of side by side or whatever. pull off all of my glue webs. And the E6000 is for long-term hold, and the hot glue is for the, you know, right now, wanting it to hold right now. So I just popped it right on top of there, and there you go. I think it's cute as it can be. All right, y'all, that is it for today. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. That would be awesome. Definitely don't forget to leave some comments. I love, love, love the comments. That is the best part of my day after a video. Be sure and share this video with your friends and family. And also, if you have not subscribed yet, that would be awesome. Definitely do that. Become part of our little family that we have here. All right, y'all. I hope that you have a blessed day, and I will see you next time.